Hello, this is Valerie Aiello, and you're listening to IdeaDiary. Thanks for coming back, y'all, and hanging out. So it is another day. I didn't finish reading my book from last month, so I just returned it at the library, and hopefully I'll be on to some new books this month, September. I was reading some music marketing books, and I just kind of wanted to go over my notes. I think even if you don't have a band, this will be overall helpful in general, just to, think about pivoting, think about how you can change your ideas of your own business. So when I'm thinking about bands and stuff, I'm kind of thinking, okay, if you have to make money, we're taking selling music off the table, and we're taking touring, playing shows off the table, because it's not happening, and probably not for a very long time. And honestly, a lot of bands probably never made very much money anyway, selling music or playing shows. A lot of the times you'll play shows and you sell some merch, and you might be able to pay for your practice space. Very few musicians actually would make enough money. Very few bands would make enough money to actually pay the bills. And that's not a bad thing. That's just kind of life. And also, it's part of being a creative entrepreneur, whereas you might have this one skill and this one thing that you love, but that might not bring in more of the revenue. You needed, what I used to say was 5 revenue streams to kind of make up for the revenue streams that weren't making as much money. But now, in the apocalypse, I'm saying pretty much you need 10 revenue streams. And all 10 revenue streams of things that you love, if you can make it happen. And you might not be able to make that happen right now, but I think making that a goal to have 10 revenue streams of things that you love is very doable and not insane. It's not an insane dream. It can happen to you. So, if we're thinking about bands and we're taking selling music and performing off the table, shows, what do you do now? So my idea is, I've got some things that you can maybe work on while you're not playing shows and not selling music. You can write music. That's an option. You can work on your marketing. You can work on your publicity. You can work on monetizing your social media. But right now, I just want to make a list of ways to make money. So one way to try to make money is streaming income. So you can get on Twitch. You can get on Super Chats on YouTube if you have enough subscribers. There's like a whole list of ways. I think people are playing shows on Facebook Live, and people can donate money there. There's probably a handful of companies that are letting you go live and accepting tips. I remember there was something called Stage It back in the day. I don't know if they're still around, but there's plenty of companies that are doing streaming where you can pick up tips, or you can sell shows to a Zoom. I know a lot of comedians are doing that. So streaming income, one possibility to start working on. The other possibility is to monetize your social media. So that could be a podcast, that could be a YouTube channel. And that goes into the next thing, which is ad revenue. So if you're monetizing your social media with a blog, a podcast, a YouTube channel, you could be collecting ad revenue on all those things. If you can figure it out, that's a huge chunk of income. And even if you don't, at least you're building it, and it could be a huge income in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years. All right, keeping it moving. Monthly memberships. So using Gumroad to collect a monthly membership and offering something for that membership, or Patreon, where you can just people can just donate $1 a month to you because they like your band or your music. There's all sorts of membership ideas that could turn into monthly revenue that's possibly $200 a month, $1,000 a month, something that could really help you make a difference in your life with all of your 10 revenue streams put together. All right. The next thing I'm going to say merch, and we'll put this into 2 separate categories. So one will be digital merch, and I'm not talking about digital downloads of songs, maybe a music video, documentary type of thing. There's something there. But I'm more thinking of creative ways you could sell a digital product. I don't know what that means for you. So it could be teaching guitar solos, teaching drum techniques, kind of an online course of some kind. Maybe it's, super hyper specific to something super nerdy that people will pay $100 for, like a online course about something that death metal genre course of 1990 to 2000s, go decade by decade, just teaching people about metal. I don't know. I mean, there's something that you do that's interesting to somebody where you can make it once and sell it over and over again to a similar person that's into similar things as you. Okay, and the other part of merch is physical merch. So something that you can put on your website, sell it, ship it, all online. And I'm not talking about selling CDs and selling albums. I'm talking about merch beyond that. So you can do the t-shirts, the coffee mugs, pretty much anything that is print on demand. There are a million merch ideas. You can make a tremendous amount of stuff that's super unique. You can make, there's all kinds of physical merch that you can make. Just get on Etsy and look at a million things that people make at home. It doesn't have to be like mind-blowing. You can make custom one-of-a-kind things that only you can make that means something with your band and your music. There's some sort of connection of something that you can create that somebody might want that fits a genre and a personality type that would hopefully like your music. Okay, so the next thing is publishing. So getting your publishing set up, making sure when your music's played on streaming platforms or on an internet radio station or on a real radio station, making sure that your publishing is set up. And you're never going to make money with publishing until you understand it. So go check out a book at a library and figure out music publishing. There's lots of courses online that can teach you about it. Everyone learns differently. So just ask someone for help. It's not hard, and it is hard at the same time. Sometimes it's just hard to ask for help and to figure it out. But it's, you can figure it out. It's not impossible. And I guess that kind of goes into writing and recording music for hire. So the Fivers of the world, there's something called Thematic that you can submit your band songs and people can pay to use them in YouTube videos. There's commercials and advertising people that if you are the person that can write a song for whatever cookie brand and you can turn it, write and record it and submit it in 4 hours, you're going to get that job. And there's ways to learn about that. I'm sure there's courses on that and there's somebody to ask. And Just kind of getting into that music advertising world. And I'm sure at some point you can learn how to like write songs for movies and television. There's the next level beyond the commercial aspect. And the last thing I kind of have written down is brand influencer income. So, I think that probably comes with after you've monetized your social media and you've created somewhat of a following. Even micro followings, there's brands out there that want somebody with 500 followers, and those 500 followers are super engaged. That's going to mean more to them than a band with 50,000 followers that nobody makes a comment on anything they post, and their online audience isn't engaged. A lot of people buy followers, and it's not real. So having a small following is actually beneficial if it's a real following, and when you post stuff, people actually comment and they care. So I guess that was on my mind. I might have one more video after I make some more notes and kind of wrap up my last book that I read. But that was on my mind. So, I know everyone's not in a band. It might be a weird show, and maybe you're ignoring it. Maybe no one's listening. But I just wanted to get these ideas out there, and the list will be in the description below. And thank you for listening on podcast, on the audio platforms, and on YouTube. And yeah, you can, if you found this show valuable, you can buy me coffee, and the link is in the description. And I still don't know how to end the show, so I'm just going to play the music.